You have to prove that your child needs a service dog. It's not just hey, we want a pet. It's, is there an actual need? And then from society point, it's how will a service dog impact your child's life that a human can't? So like even on the school board, it's like, what will the dog bring to the table that an EA can't, right? So that's the thing. It's that you have to justify why you need a dog. We were actually involved as I guess puppy raisers a little bit, so we knew Andy when he was still a puppy.
Okay.
And so they had a little bit of interaction here and there, but Gabe doesn't really care about most things. Like he just like whatever, there's this animal in the corner. But now that he's older, a little more mature, he seems to actually care that Andy's around. Like if he's sitting on the couch and Andy hops up beside him, he'll pet him or put his head on him, and when we're walking, he'll reach out and touch him, which is a huge thing for a child who doesn't care about anything in this environment to even acknowledge that there's something around him, and the fact that he's actually reaching out for it without, angrily trying to push it away is huge. We're doing it very slowly because we want this to be a positive interaction for both of them, right? Because we're taking two nonverbal creatures and trying to get them to decide, hey, you guys are going to work together. Because if Gabe's having a meltdown, Andy has to know to look at us and not necessarily go towards Gabe because he could get hurt. So Andy has to figure out when is it a good time to go visit Gabe and when is it time that he has to just sit back and watch Gabe.
When I'm actually training Andy, it's such a pleasure to work with. You don't kind of think of it as being working with an autism dog per se, but at the end of the day, he's got to be just about ready for anything. So I have to think of different scenarios that he might come across when he's out there working and try and train him for those.
What so far has made you think or say, this was the right call, this was the right decision after the first couple of weeks?
Yeah, I would say when they were outside and Gabe was running just crazy, and he was just running between everything, and Andy just followed him. The entire time he didn't interrupt him, but Gabe was fine with him being followed. And he didn't stop, he didn't cry, he didn't try to run away, and then he picked up a toy and he threw it, like just from the ground. And so it's like he knew that was Andy's toy and he was willing to play with him. So that was the first day. So that was impressive. Like he didn't want to touch Andy, he didn't want to, do anything else, but he was fine with Andy following him, and then he threw his toy without being prompted to do it. So that was pretty good, just to see that they were okay with each other in their space. So
right.
It's exciting to see how they're going to grow up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.